I've got some great news to share. We have two new seminarians. Stephen Sebald is a parishioner at Corpus Christi Parish in Bay City. He's going to start his pre-theology study at Sacred Heart Major Seminary in Detroit this fall. Another new seminarian for the diocese is Gerard Lefroy. He's the nephew of Father Andy Lefroy, who also serves in our diocese. Gerard lives in Hemlock with his parents and will begin his college seminary studies and formation at St. John Vianney Seminary in St. Paul, Minnesota in August. Carter Philhart. He's just wrapped up his second year of college seminary at St. John Vianney Seminary in St. Paul. This summer, he's going to be working with maintenance and grounds work at St. Vincent de Paul Parish in Shepherd. In addition, Carter's taking summer college courses, and he's going to be returning back to St. John Vianney in St. Paul in August. Michael Keaney. He's finished his second year of pre-theology at Sacred Heart Major Seminary in Detroit. Now, Michael's been accepted into theological studies at Sacred Heart Major Seminary in Detroit, where he's going to return in August. Michael's also sponsored by the U.S. Military Archdiocese, so he's waiting for some weeks of summer military work, which he's going to serve outside of our diocese. Charles Warner. He's serving at St. Bridget Parish in Midland. This is as a part of his seminary formation. He's going to be going back to the Pontifical North American College in Rome in August to take some intense Italian language lessons before beginning his fourth year of theological studies. He's scheduled to be ordained to the transitional diaconate on October 2nd. So thanks be to God, another ordination for our diocese. Speaking of ordinations, Father Daniel Christie. He was ordained a priest in May and has been assigned to serve as parochial vicar to Sacred Heart Parish in Mount Pleasant and also to St. Mary University Parish in Mount Pleasant. So thank you to Father Daniel and all of our seminaries, and let's continue to keep these wonderful men in our prayers. In other news, Bishop Robert Gruss has appointed Deacon Andrew Wigorski to serve as director of the permanent diaconate for the Diocese of Saginaw. Deacon Andrew has served at Holy Family Parish in Sandusky since 2021 and currently works as a clinical system analyst at Aspire Rural Healthcare. He and his wife, Sarah, have been blessed with 6 beautiful children. The Diocese of Saginaw currently has 28 permanent deacons, including 7 new men who were ordained in June. As we continue to pray for the victims of flooding in Texas, the Diocese of Saginaw is collaborating with Catholic Charities USA. So you can learn how to send donations by visiting our website, saginaw.org. That's saginaw.org. We've got a holy hour coming up, and Bishop Gruss wants to invite you to that holy hour at St. Paul the Apostle Parish, St. Martin de Porres Church in Parrington. That's going to be on Tuesday, July 22nd at 7 p.m. I'd like to share a quote from Bishop Gruss's article from the Great Lakes Bay Catholic. He says, "Make praying for vocations a priority in your life, personally and communally." And he's asked, join me for the Holy Parish's holy vocations, holy hours in your parish, and also include prayers for vocations in your weekly liturgies, and become involved in creating a vocation ministry in your parish. Next, have you ever been to one of our evenings of healing? We've got one coming up on Friday, August the 1st at the Cathedral in Saginaw. A lot of people who have been to these gatherings have shared that they've received physical healings, including healing from cancer and other ailments. And some have described healings in their relationships with their family and friends. And during this evening of healing, there's going to be confessions from 4:30 to 5:45, Mass and adoration starting at 6, and then a healing teaching by Bishop Bruce at 7. Finally, there's going to be praying with the healing team members from 7:30 to 9. So you can stay for any part of the evening, so you don't have to do the whole thing. Come and leave at whatever's most convenient for you. Last but not least, you're invited to join us for Mass in honor of our priest jubilarians on Monday, August the 4th at 6 p.m. at the Cathedral in Saginaw. We've got our 2025 jubilarians include Father Tom Fleming, 40 years. For 50 years, Father Bert Gohm, Father Lauren Kalinowski, Father Bob Byrne, and Father Dan Fox. Also celebrating 65 years is Father Don Eppenbrock and Father Joe Miller. So hope to see you there. And that is it for today. God bless you and your family.